let's talk about the Golden Globes award, which I didn't watch. I never watch stuff like that ever, ever. I don't know. I can't tell you the last time I saw an award show for anything. Not the Grammys, not the Oscars, not the BET Awards, nothing. But that's not the story. So the story is about Meryl Streep, who was receiving a lifetime, basically it was a lifetime achievement award. What is it called? I don't know. Whatever the name of the award was. In her acceptance speech, she began talking about all the diversity around them and the importance of the press and blah, 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 blah. And it was, okay, it was a speech. Then she went in on Donald Trump. And this really, honestly, this would not be news if Donald Trump wasn't as petty as I am. But Donald Trump is petty as hell, right? And he has to respond to no matter what. I do that too. I do respond a lot because, narcissism recognizes game recognizes game. So I get it. But I'm not the president of the United States. I'm not responsible with being presidential. I'm not responsible for the protection and the safety of 350 million people. That's why I have time to respond to petty shit on Twitter. Donald Trump doesn't have that time anymore, but because he was so offended by Meryl Streep's speech where she said, quote, "There was one performance this year that stunned me. It sank its hooks in my heart. Not because it was good, there was nothing good about it, but it was effective and it did its job and it made its intended audience laugh and show their teeth. It was a moment when the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter, someone he outranked in privilege, power, and the capacity to fight back. It kind of broke my heart when I saw it. I still can't get it out of my head because it wasn't a movie. It was real life." Moving words, Meryl. Moving words. Really, they are moving. I'm touched. So Donald Trump, being the petty bitch that he is, responded, and he couldn't let that slide. Of course, we're going to put in, and of course, he responded the way he always responds, Twitter. Somebody needs to confiscate his Twitter account. So this is his response to Meryl Streep. I'm pulling them all on your screen now. He was so mad, he committed 3 tweets to this. All right, so on your screen is tweet number 1. Meryl Streep, one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood, doesn't know me, but she attacked me last night at the Golden Globe Awards. She is a side note. Somebody needs to, somebody should really show Donald Trump how to thread his tweets. I mean, if you're going to be like a petty son of a bitch, at least use Twitter accurately so that people could just click on one and read all of them. But that's not the story. The story is his response, right? So he went on and said, "She is a Hillary flunky who lost big. For the 100th time, I never mocked a disabled reporter, would never do that, but simply showed him groveling when he totally changed a 16-year-old story that he had written in order to make me look bad. Just more very dishonest media." Well, here's the problem, Donald Trump. It's like, why relitigate something that you already got past, right? You elevated this conversation. This is not because I care about you. This is because I just want to show you how stupid you are. You elevated a conversation back into the national dialogue discourse when it was pretty much dead, right? But because you're so thin-skinned, you had to respond. And now everybody is going back to look at this video of you mocking this reporter. You do have the luxury of not responding, right? Not responding is actually kind of a G move. Like when somebody says something petty, just being able to scroll right past it, you don't even acknowledge they exist. But because you couldn't and you had to take the bait, now everybody has to relitigate whether or not you actually mocked the man. And that's what we're going to do for about 30 seconds. So here is Donald Trump at this rally. I forgot where the rally was. Hang on, where is this? Where's this video? There it is, right there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, here's Donald Trump. Let's take a look at it. And you tell me, was Donald Trump mocking this reporter or not?
It's talking about northern New Jersey, draws the prober's eye, written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This was 14 years ago. They didn't do a retraction.
Donald Trump is a dick, man. Donald Trump is an asshole. So he says he's not mocking this reporter, and I'm laughing because of how blatantly obvious it is that he was mocking this reporter. This is the reporter. I mean, what were you doing then? What were you doing? We don't even have to. We should have. This is like 6 months old. We wouldn't even have to have this conversation if you didn't bring it back to the mainstream, but you did, so we will. Right? But worse, even worse than Donald Trump are his sycophants. And I just have to bring this up. I know, you guys have tuned in to the petty half hour. I'm gonna be petty as shit here, but this is from Donald Trump's sycophants, known as Catholics for Trump. I'll just put it on your screen. Read it yourself. The true story. Donald Trump did not mock a reporter's disability. Right? So they go into this diatribe, and you can go to catholicsfortrump.com and read that story. They go into this diatribe about the condition that the man actually suffers from is not the same actions, I'll just leave it there, that Donald Trump was mocking. And I'm not lying to you, right? So they try to make the case that Donald Trump was mocking the wrong disability. Therefore, Donald Trump was not mocking the reporter. So if Donald Trump had even understood the correct disability to mock, then they're saying he would have been mocking the reporter. But because Donald Trump chose the wrong disability to mock, a religious organization, Catholics for Donald Trump, say that he wasn't really mocking this reporter. Now, I'm sorry, but that's got to be the most fatuous ass dumb argument I've ever heard in my life. Like, you're not guilty of mocking someone because you didn't mock them right. And these people are religious and Christian and Catholic. Like, bruh, we're in for a hell of a ride if that's what the next 4 years is going to be like. Donald Trump doing something stupid as hell, and then all of his sycophants trying to find every way they possibly can to make sure that they don't look stupid for having supported someone as dumb as Donald Trump. That's what this is. This is the rejection of the idea that they've aligned themselves with a dick. You know, this is what you do when you realize, damn, my homeboy really is a piece of shit, but I can't admit it to anyone around me, so I'm going to do all I can to justify all the grimy shit he has ever done.